Hello everyone! Wouldn't it be great if you could transform an entire Excel sheet of customer comments like this into ready-to-send email drafts like this with just a single click? What if I told you that analyzing 1,000 customer reviews manually would take you 8 hours, but with Agentic Flow's bulk runs, it takes just a few minutes? Let me show you how to turn tedious data work into automated magic. Here's the challenge every business faces. You have hundreds of thousands of data entries that need analysis. Customer feedbacks to categorize, leads to research, content to summarize. Doing this one by one manually is painfully slow and error prone. But what if there was a better way? Meet Agentic Flow's bulk runs, your solution for processing massive datasets with AI in minutes, not hours. Today, I'll be demonstrating exactly how this works using real customer comments that need sentiment analysis. So in today's demo, I will be using Agentic Flow to analyze a CSV file of customer comments, running them through an AI for sentiment analysis, and then routing them to my email to create a draft to send to respective customers. Let's dive in. So firstly, we'll head over to the Workflows tab. From here, we'll create a new workflow from scratch, and then I'll select workflow, and then I'll just call it customer sentiment analysis. Okay, and then from here, I'll just create a new workflow. So let me show you the CSV file we'll be analyzing. So here it is. Basically, it's just a list of customer comments, some positive, some negative. So what we'll be doing is feeding this into Agentic Flow. So to start, we'll just change the variables. We'll just change this to comments. And then the text, we'll leave it blank because we'll be feeding in the text from the CSV file. Okay, so hit save. So from here, the next step will be to set up an AI node for sentiment analysis of the comments. So what I can do is I will just create a new step, and then I'll ask Claude. Okay. Just ask them to analyze the sentiment of the variable comment. And then I'll hit save. So after this, I will need to create an MCP connection which links my Gmail to Agentic Flow. And then I'll be asking the AI to use the sentiment analysis generated by Claude to send an appropriate email to my clients. So let me show you how it's done. So I'll connect my Gmail, and then I'll just create a draft for demonstration purposes. And then for the instructions, I'll just say create a draft email to my customer based on this sentiment analysis, and I'll just insert this variable, the result from Claude. Okay, and then from here I'll just hit save. And now the final step would just be to feed my CSV file into Agentic Flow and watch the magic happen. So what we will do is to click on the bulk run button at the top, press create table, and then I'll just name it customer sentiment analysis. Create. From here, I'll have to import the CSV file. So I'll just hit the import button, select our CSV file, customer comments, press open, and now I'll have to map the table column to what is on my CSV file. So on my CSV file, there's only one column, which is comment. So I'll just map this comment column to this text field on the table. So I'll just confirm the mapping. And then here, as you can see, the data from the CSV file is populated onto Agentic Flow. And then I'll hit this checkbox to check everything. And then I'll run the 10 rows. So as you can see, the items are queued. And then they'll just be running one by one. So now everything is running. I'll just show you how the drafts are created onto my Gmail. So as you can see, this is the file drafts tab of my Gmail. There's nothing, but when I hit refresh, there should be the drafts inside. So as you can see, the drafts are created from Agentic Flow. So this is for a bad feedback, and this one is good feedback. So it's done very quickly. So as you have seen in the demonstration, that is the power of Agentic Flow bulk runs, turning your biggest data bottlenecks into automated workflows. From now on, stop processing data one entry at a time. Start thinking in bulk and start thinking smart with Agentic Flow. Thank you for watching the video, and I hope to see you again. Goodbye.